And so earlier we said, this is the subtle difference that we are really wanting to bring home to you. We've been teaching deliberate creation for a long time. And we've offered many, many, many processes to help you be more deliberate about your thought. Today, we're going to talk about that, but we want to emphasize not just focusing the thought, but focusing the feeling. Because when you focus the emotion, when you decide to find the emotion, when you find the emotion that feels good, now you are in sync with your inner being, who is always only there. And now you are powerful in your attraction like your inner being is. Esther was visiting with a new friend the other day who had something that she really wanted and had wanted for a long time, and it had reached a critical point in her life. Critical point in her life. She did not know what to do. And Esther tried to guide her into some more positive feeling thoughts, but she was sort of locked in. It's been 15 months. This is how it's going. It was not easy to change her expectation. And then Esther thought, well, maybe I'll just join my inner being and her inner being and know what they all know about where she's at. Wonder how that would go. Went real good. That's what the power of influence is. When you hold someone as your object of attention while you are in sync with the whole of who you are, your attraction power is extraordinary. You're not here to create in the lives of others, but you are here to focus and find objects of attention that are important to you and focus there. There are all kinds of people who are in your life who you have put into your vortex. This vibrational reality that when you launch those rockets, this vibrational reality, we wrote a book about it. We named it Vortex because we want you to feel how real it is. We want you to know that's where your inner being is, and that's where the seeds or beginning essence of everything that you want is. And when you line up with that, then there's just this steady, never-ending, obvious to you, unfolding of thoughts turning to things. Thoughts turning to things all around. And when you start connecting those dots, I felt this way and it felt yucky, which just made me know how much I really wanted that. But when I tried to focus on that, all I could feel was yucky because I'd been practicing yucky for so long about this. And everybody that hangs around with me joins me in the yuckiness talk about it. And so it's hard to get loose of it. So I accepted that I had launched step 1. And that source energy was taking care of step 2. And then I just decided to find anything and everything that I could focus upon that didn't feel yucky. I practiced step 3 by focusing wherever I needed to focus in order to feel good, which means you found ways of lining up with who you really are. And when you did, thoughts turned to things. And you said, ooh, that was like magic. So it's not magic, it's the law of the universe. It's not magic. When you line up with who you are as you are thinking about what you want, it comes about. You are a creator, but you have forgotten that. You knew it when you came, but then you got talked out of it by others who had forgotten before you even got here. But when you start deliberately focusing on what you want, and most important, you deliberately find the feeling of what that feels like. Because until you've generated the feeling, you're not there. Words don't bring it about. You can say love when you're really mad. And you can say, I have lots of money when you're really afraid. And you can say, I'm really strong and brave when you're really unstable and unsteady. In other words, the words don't matter. How do you feel? How do you feel? That is your guidance system. And that's everything that is important for us to talk with you about. We are eager to talk with you about anything that you want to talk about. There is nothing off limits. We want to show you how you can, with not as much work as you might think, find the feeling of what you're reaching for. And when you do, boom, 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 boom. First comes clarity. That's a manifestation. Emotions are first manifestations. And once you are able to maintain that feeling, not all day, every day, but more often than not, more often than not, more often than not, more often than not, before you know it, things start falling into place and you know it. You can feel them coming. You stand in expectation of them. You begin to regain the confidence that you were born with, that confidence that said, I'm going to explore and to decide and to focus and to create. I'm going to be in a physical body, which is a manifestation of thought that was sent forth by me and by the larger part of me, and I'm going to continue to focus that thought in a physical environment. And you said it, we remembered, we told you we would remind you, I am going to manifest the things that I desire, because I'm going to live in a world where see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it is a real thing, where the ability to translate vibration into real life experience is a real thing. Sometimes people say, oh, I need to be more spiritual. I don't need to be so materialistic. And we say, we're not trying to get you to be materialistic, especially if you don't want to be. But you live in an environment where thoughts turn to things. They manifest. Wanted things manifest and unwanted things manifest. This is a creative field that you chose to participate in because you are a creator.